Welcome back to my channel. It's Ms Tiff Dance here. This video is necessary. You ever see that YouTube video? Let me tell you something, Linda, where the little girl was telling off her daycare teacher. If y'all didn't see that, that was a good video. Check it out. Little girl in preschool telling off her, said, let me tell you something, Linda. So, some of y'all Lindas, and I got to tell you Linda something, okay? Today I want to talk to you. Please stop treating God like he is a genie in the bottle, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Santa Claus, or anything that you think that you can get instant answers and requests to make something happen. Stop treating him as if you can get instant satisfaction and instant gratification, and he just gives you gifts and presents and just answers your prayers for no reason. Like God is at your beck and call, like he's a maid or something. So what do I mean by that? If you walk up to somebody and start asking them for things, but you don't have a proper and true relationship with them, you don't know them like that, they are going to look at you like you crazy. That's because you wouldn't ordinarily do that, right? You wouldn't ordinarily look at people and start asking for things that you don't know or don't have a relationship with. The same thing works for God, because it's not cool. God is not a microwave oven at the end of the day. You can't just, put something in and expect it to come out nice and hot and to your liking the way that you want it to, because that would be considered a perfect world. And it's not. The world is not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Y'all ever see The Best Man, right? Remember The Best Man, the first one, where Morris Chestnut was in the room the day of his marriage and he was going to tell his family no, like, I'm not marrying her. And then Tay was trying to talk him out of it, saying, no. Because Tay had started praying or whatever. God, please help me, God, something. And Morris Chestnut was like, oh, now you want to believe in God, huh? Oh, you want to believe in him now? You calling on God now? You calling on God, huh? So it's just like that movie. He was calling on him, and he didn't have no relationship. He said he was a self-proclaimed atheist in the movie and whatnot. So it's basically the same thing, the same concept that I'm trying to get across to you. Why ask for things if you don't have that relationship, that rapport, and expect to get the results that you want? We want a lot. We want a lot these days. When we don't put in a lot, but we want a lot. You can't be like that movie. You take the time. You have to make the investment, take the right step in order to get what you want out. If you don't have that relationship, that rapport with him, and you call on him when you need something, say for instance, you about to get into a fight at school. You fighting. Big bad Bertha wants to beat you up at the playground at 3:45. You don't even talk to God, but you want to pray to him so that you can get spared from getting your butt kicked. You need your butt kicked because you haven't talked to him all year. You ain't talked to him all day. You want him to answer your prayers and be there for you, and you don't have that relationship. And is that fair? No, that's not fair. You have to work on forging relationships with God. God is not a maid. God is not there for your beck and call. God is not there to just answer your prayers when you're in a tight spot and you haven't planted those seeds. You haven't done anything to make him give you the present that you're asking for. A lot of people do things at their convenience. People want instant gratification. They want microwaves. They don't want to wait to cook food. They want everything fast. Medicine to cure whatever ailment you're going through, instead of, trying to nurture your body throughout and heal your body and eat good food and put the proper food in, plant the right seeds. People want to feel that instant gratification. But you know what? Your plan doesn't always work. It may work for you now. You can go ahead and heat up that Marie Callender meal or whatever and get your instant food. But when it comes to wanting certain things, things take time. Things take investment. And God is an investment that is worth putting the time in for. So you invest in the stock market, right? You put a little bit of money in, maybe a lot of money, but in the end, you want some gains. You want them dividends. You don't do it for no reason, right? You expect to get something out. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's the same exact concept when it comes to the man upstairs. Does it mean that, well, you're never a loser for one thing, but you put in the energy and you put in the time, you plant those seeds, right? Some put in more, some put in a little bit less, some put in more prayer, some put in a little bit less, some put in a little bit more time, some put in a little bit less, but you get something out. Sometimes you get it granted when you want it, sometimes you don't, but it's all about the effort, and over time, it pays off, just like the stock market does. You see growth. Your portfolio will be looking right. After 20 years, your portfolio will be looking nice. So I just say this to say, we have to spend time. You have to invest in him in order to get something out. There's times in my life where I felt like I wanted to give up. There's times where I felt like, this isn't going to work. I'm praying, I'm putting these seeds in, I'm watering. What am I getting out of it? What am I getting out of it? Because I'm not getting my prayers answered. I've gotten angry with God before. I've gotten angry. I've gotten upset. I'm like, I'm putting my prayers out there. Why aren't they getting answered? I thought that so many things would happen in my life by now that have not. And, it's frustrating. But you know what? I have the right to get angry with God. I have the right to feel the way I feel because I have a relationship with him. It's not like I'm just coming in the mid-January and say, hey, can I have a new Benz? Thank you. Leave it outside of my door. And you can leave the keys in the driver's seat, and just asking for random things. I spend time. I plant those seeds, and not as much time as I should. And that's the thing that people don't understand. Say, for instance, a police officer pulls you over. You were speeding. You was the one who was doing the cheating, trying to get away and beat your girlfriend home so that she wouldn't catch you cheating. And you the one who had to speed. But yet, you want to pray to God. God, please get me out of this. I don't need this $500 ticket. Please, spare me. But at the same time, you were at fault. It's your fault you were speeding. It's your fault that you was cheating. It's all your fault. So not only do you deserve to get a ticket, you deserve your girlfriend to cuss you out and break up with you too, if you was doing some cheating anyway. But that's a different story for a different day. But those are times, examples, where you'll call on God to come save you and rescue you, put the big G on his chest and with the superhero cape and say, hey, he's here for me when I need him. But you know what? He's here for when you need him. He's here for you when you don't. Yeah, so we cannot do that. We cannot ask for things without putting in investment because we would not want it done to us. So therefore, we can't do it to other people and him. One of my first videos, I think back in August, is called How to Tell If Somebody's Using You. It's a very good video. Go check it out after you finish this one. And in the same way, you can use people, people use God. Now, if you're going to use him, then that's fine, but make sure you're using him all the time, not when it's just at your convenience or when you need things to work out for you for your advantage. Building relationships take a lot of time. You have to be willing to put the work in. You have to be willing to do the things to get the things that you want. You work so you can get a job, you can get money, right? So the same way that a person would look at you asking for stuff that you don't know, you don't think he's thinking the same thing? Or you don't think that's going to be the same situation? It don't change just because you can't physically see him. It don't change. It's like we all make investments. You invest in the stock market. You put some money in there and expect dividends. You expect to get stuff out of it. Same thing with him. You have to make an investment of your time. not when you just want something. But people don't understand, and they think that that's cool. And it's a real serious video because people think that they can just do what they want to do, spend little bits of time, and think that they're going to get success just because they asked God, and then going to get mad because God did not come through for them at the time of need. Oh, forget this. Oh, he don't answer my prayers. He don't do. Well, that's because you pray one time a year. So if you pray one time a year, what more do you want? That's like you only hang out with somebody one time a year, and you expect them to have your back through thick and thin, be loyal, everything, but you only have time for them once a year. Same thing. You have to put in the investment for these relationships. I mean, I personally think that's for any relationship, whether it be dating, relationship with him upstairs, just a relationship at work, whatever it is. You have to put in the work. You have to plant the seed. You have to show the investment. Or if you don't put in the time, you don't put in the work, you don't put in the effort, you don't put in the investment, what exactly do you truly expect to get out of it that's good? Everybody want to roll down the street when I'm doing this video at this time for whatever reason. I know not to do a video at 12:45 on a Sunday. Hit that like button, by the way. Hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to gain my subscribers. We getting close. I'm trying to make my goals happen. Help me accomplish that. It don't take nothing from you. Everything is free 99. I work hard. Why not? Why not support? It's free. Feeling guilty withholds people from coming to him, praying to him, building that rapport, because they already choosing to live a lifestyle that they know that he won't approve of. I know what you're thinking. So why even have that relationship anyway? Because you should. Because you're still planting the seeds. You're still investing that time. It's not easy. When I've done my sinning or sin for that day, that week, or whatever, I would sometimes feel unworthy, that like maybe I'm not worth, God's blessing. Maybe I shouldn't even pray. Maybe I should steer clear of it. Those are the thoughts that go in your head that come from the devil. Demons. Those are the thoughts that you have to wrestle with. But those thoughts are not true. You are worthy. You still worthy, even though you may not feel like you are at times. Even though you may feel like I did wrong, I can't come to him, I gotta wait until I'm pure. You ain't gonna be 100% pure. Let's face it. We're not. I'm not. Okay? And get that thought out your head. But get the thought in your head that you can still come to him at any day, any time. There's no right or wrong time to go. A lot of people don't go to God because of guilt. Let me tell you about my life. My life isn't perfect. If I sinned last night, do I feel right coming to him the next day asking for this blessing and that blessing? No, I do not. But at the same time, he's always there, and he'd rather have you come to him than not come to him. And that's the part that I struggle with in life. Understand that God knows that we are human beings, and we are going to do what we do. There's no right or wrong time to go. You can go when you're going on the bathroom. You can go when you're reading a book, eating a daggone apple. You can go at any time. So that's one of the misconceptions that people have about, which withholds them from coming with your baggage. I have baggage, I have issues, I have problems like the next person. But it's all about how you deal with them and where your faith is. If your faith is strong and you're building and you're forging a relationship, everything is going to work out for the greater good at the end of the day. You got to believe in something. We all human. We all are mistake makers. Nobody's different. I'm not different. I mess up daily. Some of y'all ain't got no conscience. I'm just telling you right now. I've heard people say how mad they've gotten, because they haven't gotten things. They're, why the bad things happen, to good people. If he's supposed to be there for us or whatever the case may be, asking all these questions. Well, if you've spent the time to have a relationship, if you spent the time to study and read and learn and observe, sit back and be patient and wait, then you would have those questions answered for you. You don't have to ask why. But at least you have those feelings because you're at least creating that chemistry of forging a relationship to have those feelings where you know that you can be angry. where you can have those feelings of disappointment, even though things might not work out your way. At least you're still building, and you have to build. And don't be so quick to blame. That's the thing. We want to blame God. We want to take him and say, oh, it's his fault this didn't happen. Oh, it's his fault. Okay, it's his fault. How he get to be the butt of everything, every downfall that goes on, and every negative thing that comes on in your life? Did he say that your life would be perfect when he created you? Did he say that? Because I don't remember reading that. Let me know. Because I don't know. Actually, I do know. He didn't. So stop expecting instant gratification from him. It's not going to happen. You get out of relationships what exactly you put into them. Whether it be personal relationships, work relationships, or relationships with him, family, whatever the case may be. I need to be on somebody's blog. I need to be on somebody's podcast. I don't have time to do podcasts of my own, but reach out to me. My email is in the description box. If you want a guest on your blog, your guest on your podcast, or little radio show or whatever, because I'll let you listen to my mouth. Can't promise you that you won't like what comes out of it, but I will say it'll be entertaining. So I'm here. I'd love to share what I know, but I'm just Ms Tiff Dance here just to talk to y'all. Leave comments down below, and I want to thank you and look forward to my next video. Bye-bye.